Hello, everyone. I just was informed on the 2-second walk over here that I was going to be introducing Josh, which is fun because he's actually very easy to introduce. He is qualifying today to run for Secretary of State, and I can tell you from a wife's perspective, you will never find anyone more fair, more grounded. He is the type of person that doesn't knee flinch in tough situations, and I should know that because he's married to me. And we are so grateful to all of you for your support. And I would like to introduce to you my husband, Josh McKoon.
Well, I just want to tell you how much it means to me to have all of y'all here with me today. I've been involved in Republican Party politics before I was in the state Senate. I believe strongly in the power of grassroots activism, and you can see it on display here in our Capitol today. My name is Josh McKoon, and I have just qualified to become your next Secretary of State. I'm not going to give a really long talk today, which I know will make Jacqueline happy, but I do want to say just a few things. When I've been going around the campaign trail, I've been telling people that there are really 3 questions that you need to answer in deciding who your candidate for Secretary of State is going to be. The first question is, can your candidate do this job on day one? This is not an easy job. You've got a lot of different offices. You know, I tell people you got corporations, you got licensing, you got elections. The Secretary of State is the boxing commissioner. Secretary of State has a lot of different functions. But my background has really uniquely prepared me for this office. My private law practice, I've dealt with the corporations division. I've tried ballot access cases. I've tried election contest cases. I've dealt with professional licensing during my time here in the state legislature. I'm ready to walk in and do this job on day one, and that's really important. The second question you've got to answer in determining who you're going to be for in this race is who is going to be able to defeat John Barrow, the likely Democratic nominee, in November. This is not going to be a cakewalk. I think we have become used to the idea that elections get decided in May in this state. This election will be decided in November. And you've got to have someone who can articulate our message, who can talk about making Georgia the fastest state in the nation to get a job and the toughest state in the nation to cast an illegal vote. That's what we're going to be about in this campaign. I'm so grateful to my colleagues. I know Senator Miller and Senator Dugan are here today. 21 of my fellow state senators who know me very well have decided to get behind me in a public way in this race, and I'm very grateful to them for that. We've got to come together behind the candidate that can articulate our message. And we've got support from all over the state, from the state level. I know my good friend Commissioner Nancy Jester is here with me today. We've got support at the local level, and we've got support from all across this great state. We're ready to get on the field in the general election. We need a candidate who can not only articulate our message about what we're going to do, but remind voters that Congressman Barrow voted for Nancy Pelosi for Speaker of the House. That he voted with Barack Obama 85% of the time as a member of Congress. This election is about putting your A player on the field. This is not a time for somebody to learn how to debate or learn how to campaign. You need somebody who's ready to go and ready to win this election. And I am that candidate. The third and final question that you've got to answer in this campaign is anybody can stand up in front of a group and say they're the most conservative. Anybody can tell you the things you want to hear. The question that you've got to answer is, if I entrust that person with my authority as a voter, what are they going to do with the authority that I've entrusted them with? Are they going to do what they say they're going to do? Or are they going to break down when times get tough? The next Secretary of State will be Secretary of State in November of 2020. That's a pretty important date on the calendar, don't y'all think? President Donald Trump will be on the ballot for re-election. Think about what the far left tried to do to steal the congressional seat from Karen Handel. The money that was spent, the lawsuits that were filed. Imagine what they will do in 2020 to try to take Georgia's 16 electoral votes and put them in the Elizabeth Warren column, the Cory Booker column. You need somebody who's going to stand strong and stand firm for the rule of law and for honest and fair elections. People that know me, and the people who are here today know me, will tell you that in the 8 years I've been in the state legislature, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I will do it. It is just that simple. So we're here today to celebrate, and it is good to take a moment to celebrate the fact that we're an official candidate now on the Republican primary ballot. And for the next 11 weeks, we've got a lot of hard work in front of us to become the Republican nominee. I'm going to need the vote of Republicans around the state in the May 22nd Republican primary, or if you vote early on April the 30th and going forward. I need your personal endorsement to go to the people that you know, your friends, your family, people you go to church with, people that you work with. This is a down ticket race. You know, I have a person that's been very supportive of me who was introducing me to someone and said, "This is Josh McKoon. When he gets elected Secretary of State, he's going to go around the world and negotiate trade deals." And I said, "That's Rex Tillerson. That job's taken."
That's why we're with you, Joe.
But, you know, I say that to tell you, people don't know what this job does. A lot of people don't. They don't know who's running. But the secret weapon we've got in our corner are these folks standing with me here today, because we're going to get this message out. We're going to run a grassroots campaign, the likes of which the state has never seen. And with your help and your support, I will become the next Secretary of State so that Georgia can become the #1 state to get a job, the fastest state to get a job, and the toughest state to cast an illegal vote. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it.